last.
Oh, hi Mary. Oh, just what Have you eaten my cake? I was really looking forward to that. I can't believe you've eaten all your cake and all of mine.
I'm really sorry, Dave. It was just, my cake was so nice and yours was just there. It was looking at me.
Cakes don't look at you. They haven't got eyes.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean. That cake was there, you weren't there, and I just ate it. I'm really sorry, Dave. I promise I'll get you another one later. I'm really sorry.
I can't believe you ate my cake. Honestly.
Oh dear. Dave's really cross. He's really upset. He didn't accept my apology and now he's all cross. Oh, and I really did mean it when I said I'm sorry. But I think it's going to take a bit of time for Dave to decide to forgive me. Oh dear. You see, forgiveness is not a feeling. It's a decision that we have to make. When you say, I forgive you, you're saying that you choose to let go of the anger or the resentment that you feel towards the other person because of what they've done to you. You might not be able to forget what they did, but you're choosing to forget or to let go of how what they did made you feel. Real forgiveness is hard. Can you think of a time when you had to work really hard to forgive someone? Or someone else had to work really hard to forgive you? Why don't you pause the video and share your experience if you can? Have you ever watched the film Encanto? Encanto is about a magical family called the Madrigals. They live in a magical house called the Casita, hidden in the mountains of Colombia. When each family member turns 5, they are given a magical power which they can use to help the villagers. However, Mirabel does not receive the magical power when it's her turn. Let's watch the trailer of the film.
Abel, delivery. I gave you the special since you're the only Madrigal kid with no gift. I call it the not special special since, you have no gift.
Thanks?
Gift or no gift, I am just as special as the rest of my family.
Who wants more pink?
All right, guys, where do I drop the wagon?
Maybe your gift is being in denial.
Mirabelle's elder sister, Louisa, has the gift of superhuman strength. Mirabelle's cousin, Camilo, can change his appearance. Isabella, Mirabelle's eldest sister, can make flowers grow from nothing. Antonio, Mirabelle's youngest cousin, can talk to and understand animals. Mirabelle's grandmother is called Abuela. Mirabelle and Abuela generally do not get on very well, and one day they have an argument that causes the casita to crack and break all around them.
The crack started with you. Bruno left because of you. Luisa's losing her powers. Isabella's out of control because of you. I don't know why you weren't given a gift, but it is not an excuse for you to hurt this family.
I will never be good enough for you. Will I? No matter how hard I try. No matter how hard any of us tries, Luisa will never be strong enough. Isabella won't be perfect enough. Bruno left our family because you only saw the worst in him.
Bruno didn't care about this family.
He loves this family. I love this family. We all love this family. You're the one that doesn't care. You're the one breaking our home.
Don't you
The
ever...
miracle is dying because of you.
Abuela is angry because she blames Mirabelle for the cracks that are forming in their home and for other things that happen in the story, like Louisa's loss of strength and Bruno's disappearance. Their miracle seems to be ending, and Abuela blames Mirabelle because she doesn't have a gift. But Mirabelle blames Abuela because she feels that Abuela doesn't care about her. Both characters are very angry, and both characters say words that are not kind to each other. Their relationship, as well as their home, has been damaged. What should they do about it? Why don't you pause the video and have a chat about that? I wonder what you said. Well, as a starting point, both characters need to sit down and really listen to each other and find out what it is that's making them upset. But most importantly, they need to forgive each other. When we don't forgive, it affects us as much as the other person that we are not forgiving. Nelson Mandela was a South African politician. He is best known for becoming the first black president of South Africa, and he stood up for the civil rights of black people. Because he spoke out against the unfair treatment of black people, he was put in prison in 1964, and he was kept there for 27 years. You might think he had a good reason not to forgive the people who wrongly imprisoned him and to feel anger towards them. But when Nelson was released from prison, he said, "Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping that it kills the other person." In other words, holding on to bad feelings about people is as bad as drinking poison, said Nelson, and poison kills. He went on to say, over 2,000 years ago, when men had done the worst they could to Jesus by nailing him to a cross, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Nelson Mandela followed this example set by Jesus, and he chose to forgive the men who had put him in prison for all that time. Amazing. Just as Jesus chose to forgive the people who had put him on the cross. He chose to forgive the Roman soldiers, the priests and religious leaders. He chose to forgive Judas, who had betrayed him, and Peter, who had denied him. Even when he was on the cross, his last words were to forgive one of the criminals that hung next to him. Jesus was crucified between two criminals who were being punished for stealing and cheating. As he was put on the cross, a Roman soldier put a sign over his head. "This is the King of the Jews," it said. People in the crowd made fun of Jesus and pretended to bow down. "He saved other people. Why doesn't he save himself if he really is God's son?" Jesus said, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they are doing." One of the criminals said to Jesus, "If you really are who you say you are, save yourself and us." But the other criminal was sorry for all the wrong things he had done. God knows that we deserve our punishment, but he has done nothing wrong. "I'm sorry," he said to Jesus. And at that moment, he knew he was forgiven. When Jesus was teaching his followers, he said these words, "If you forgive the wrongs that they have done to you, your Father in heaven will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others, then your Father will not forgive the wrongs you have done." In other words, if we want to be forgiven by God, then we need to forgive other people. And when we do forgive, we feel so much better on the inside, and the other person has a chance to start again. Back to Mirabel and Abuela.
Mirabel? Mirabel! Mirabel!
They haven't found her yet.
Mirabel! Mirabel! Mirabel!
Mirabel.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt us. I just wanted to be something I'm not.
Mirabelle does listen to Abuela, and after this clip, she finds out why she is angry. She finds out that she lost her husband and when her children were very young, and she did not have the life that she thought she would. Mirabelle realises that Abuela has suffered a lot of sadness in her life, and that's why they were given the miracle. Their problem can be fixed, but it needs to be fixed together.
Abuela, I can finally see. You lost your home. Lost everything. You suffered so much, all alone. So it would never happen again. We were saved because of you. We were given a miracle because of you. We are a family because of you. And nothing could ever be broken that we can't fix together.
I asked my Pedro for help. Mirabel. He sent me you.
Hay mariposas, no se aguanten más. Hay que crecer, aparte y volver. Hacia adelante seguirás, ya son milagros. Rompiendo crisálidas, hay que volar, hay que encontrar su propio futuro. She didn't do this! Whoa! She didn't do this!
Abuela, in turn, realises that Mirabelle does have a gift. She has the gift of helping other people and solving problems. They did listen to each other. They said sorry to each other. They forgave each other. And then they were able to move forward. Just what Jesus wants us to do. To be ready to say sorry, to forgive others just as he forgives us, and to be able to move forward. Easter reminds us of this, of how God will forgive us when we say sorry, so that we can have a fresh start. It's time to talk to God. If you'd like to join me in my prayer, then listen to the words that I say, and if you agree with them, say, Amen, I agree. Otherwise, just sit and think about what we've watched and heard today. Let's talk to God. God, thank you for all the times we have said sorry and we have been forgiven. When we fall out with others, please help us to forgive and to learn from our mistakes. Thank you for the story of Easter that reminds us of how much you love us and that when we make a mess of things, you are always ready to forgive us if we ask you. Amen. Oh, Dave, I really am very sorry that I ate your cake. I've made you another cup of tea and I've brought some more cakes. I'm really sorry. Please, will you forgive me?
I was cross with you, Mary, because I was really looking forward to a cake earlier. But I can see that you are sorry and you've really tried to put it right. Also, I didn't like feeling angry with you because I could see that you were sad because I didn't forgive you. And it didn't make me feel great either. I've thought about it and I forgive you.
Oh, thank you, Dave. That makes me feel so much better. Now let's have a nice cup of tea and have a cake.
Thank you. I can't. Can you actually manage another cake?
Oh, yes.
I don't believe it.